Man, what's up, world? It's your boy, the Tubeless Wonder, live from the Bamboozled again News Network. I might have to, kind of veer into the lane of covering bamboozlement. And at this point, I just had a passing thought this morning. I'm like, at this point, I think black people actually enjoy being bamboozled. From a psychological sense, I think black people suffer from battered wife syndrome, in which, they're getting abused, physically abused by the husband, but they stay there because they feel like they can't survive without it. I think that's black people in their relationship with politics. Granted, they only give you two real, unreal options, Democrat or Republican. Okay, cool. But black people's inability, for whatever the reason, to have any kind of critical thought, free thinking, analytical, you know what I'm saying? We're in this space where if anybody has the ability to think for themselves, which is why God gave everybody their own individual brain, you get a label slapped on you, let's say a conspiracy theorist, in a derogatory term. You know what I'm saying? When actually the inability to think, we should be shaming that. Like in Babylon here, that which is shameful is like kind of like acceptable, and the unacceptable is every day. You know what I'm saying? But I just keep thinking about this Kamala thing. I just keep seeing all these black women talking about I stand with her. You know what I'm saying? But again, why are you like? It's just because the sheer fact she's a woman of so say color, but the woman's not black. She doesn't identify as black in the sense of the like American black. Same way Obama's black, but he wasn't like an American black. You know what I'm saying? But it doesn't matter. You can point out how she got allegedly that she slept her way to the top. You know what I'm saying? With these various individuals like downtown Willie Brown, you know what I'm saying? The white guy she with now, whatever. We can show receipts, as they say. It doesn't matter. Her claim to fame politically is locking niggas up at a prolific rate in California. Something that would be detrimental to black people, right? Or unfairly doing it, or kind of stacking the deck for these harsh sentencing laws. But we stand with her, yo. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of time, the kind of Negro who's still on the social plantation, he'll vote for her or openly commend her in fear of losing the black woman that don't respect you for the most part, no way. Come on, Joe. This is no different. This is the same rhetoric I had when Black Lives Matter started jumping off on TV. And not even in no sense like I'm better or I think I know everything. But I do know what I know. I say, yo, we ready to get bamboozled. A national black organization has come to power and they're putting them on the news and putting them in a positive light. No, sir. Got black people tear up their own stuff. You know what I'm saying? Got black people to donate something like $90 million to this organization. And what they do? Ran off on the plug twice. They started calling, they ain't calling bite. You know what I'm saying? And then I pointed that out. And now we're in this space where people will be more mad at you for exposing evil than the actual act of evil itself. You know what I'm saying? And then when I make a post about it, it's like I hear crickets. You know what I'm saying? Like a sane, like such as me, right? Who attempts to operate in some semblance of sanity in an insane asylum culture. Let's say I personally knew a dude who was consistently right about things, whose word has been proven true. If that motherfucker say something, I'ma listen. That's what a smart, sane motherfucker would do. This is crazy. I'm telling you. Now, of course, it's everything God's plan and will. But now I kind of backtrack off my previous statement about Trump being a shoo-in. Because again, in this culture of, or creating this environment, these talking points of toxic masculinity and, you know what I mean, manhood, like just being despised, something natural. Again, here you go, put a bad asterisk on something that's naturally co-occurring. You know what I'm saying? I wouldn't be surprised if they drum up some rhetoric that would actually get Kamala in office. And if she get in office, we got to go. I got to go. I'm not living in no Babylon under no woman's ruler. Be honest with you, I don't think women are designed to lead. You know what I'm saying? And that's not, and they'll say, oh, that's a whatever type of statement. Like a tiger isn't designed to fly. That doesn't knock the tiger. That's just not what you're made to do. What has she led thus far? Have we even, previous to this, incident with Trump and Biden bowing out, have we heard anything about her? I know typically the vice president handles immigration. She's failed on that. You know what I'm saying? So that would be detrimental to black people, because now I believe, and I'm seeing it where I'm at, I think as far as the category of minorities, we're no longer the majority of the minorities. That was due to policy that don't make no sense. You know what I'm saying? I think typically the vice president is kind of like the liaison on foreign relations. The whole earth is spinning on a broken axle, and we ain't heard no speech about her saying anything about let's bring peace or, whatever. You know what I'm saying? She's been utterly silent till now. But this is who we're going to stand with? Essentially a political mime? Man. And I hear like talking points on YouTube about like, NPCs, non-playable characters, and these being like the people who like, populate society. And I'm like, were they always that? Were they always easily programmable? Were they always easily kind of duped and led astray? And it seems to be more of these type of people. I don't know if the jab got anything to do with it. Hold on. We're living in this constant fear-based society. It's amazing, yo. It's like, you know what I think? When I look throughout the scripture, right, and we always like found, if you believe that we're the descendants of the 12 tribes, that lost 12 tribes of Israel, so on and so forth, right? We always found ourselves, in slavery or in bondage or in some dire straits, because we chose a culture or our own way over the truth. And I think within the coding, let's say, of black people's DNA, I think for those who aren't just truth seekers on a path to wherever, space on that journey you're on, you're going to be susceptible to being duped and feel good about it. Just like I'm noticing, like, moving and grooving throughout society, right? I'm noticing the young stunners, right? The young black men, right? They seem kind of like flimsy, you know what I'm saying? Or a lot of them. I don't, enough to make me notice, I'll put it that way. But is it their fault they're kind of flimsy? Or like because of maybe, let's say, more probably they're born to single mothers who just feed them, fast food, soy meat. You know what I'm saying? Which, science has shown, like, makes frogs sweet and all this type of stuff, right? I'm wondering, because of, them ingesting that during their formative years, if it made it more, or if that enzyme inside their body made them more susceptible to being, less masculine. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like I'm operating on an alien planet, attempting to kind of blend in as to not draw attention to myself. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like I'm here on Earth on like a black ops mission. You know what I'm saying? But I gotta find, the key to unlock the mission, which is just me doing my daily due and attempting to be spiritual and, address, personal issues. You know what I'm saying? Which I've done and still got, a few to go. You know what I'm saying? Constantly grow and evolve. And then I'll discover it along that point. Like, literally being on Earth is a test every day, D. Of many things. One is your sanity. And that's why, they say typically people are chosen to have to kind of walk a lonelier or more isolated path, because you can't just have, any kind of intellectual conversation with the average Negro who's already been programmed, like my father. It's crazy, because it doesn't matter whoever they throw out there, and I can point out how their policies are detrimental to you personally, and then you'll start talking about some other stuff, which will be like, well, we gotta get Trump out of there, or I don't really go with him either, but he might be the lesser of two evils. But either way, I still think they're rolling out 2020, that Project 2025 thing. So why not, like, okay, a storm is coming. I should, go to the grocery store. I should, get a raincoat. I should start preparing for the storm. Nobody's preparing for the storm that I see in my personal everyday life. I got to go online. You know what I'm saying? It's just amazing, like how they've taught us to embrace and take pride in things that aren't natural, like sweetness. You know what I'm saying? Like, if everybody goes sweet, like, we die on Earth, like, if your parents were sweet, you wouldn't be here. Like, none of this makes any sense, and it's just, I just find it interesting to my mind to just, it's almost like the crocodile hunter. You know what I'm saying? I just like to, I don't want to be, a part of them or in the environment, but I like to sit at a safe distance, like close enough to observe, the bamboozled and how they behave and operate, so I can learn. I find them interesting. You know what I'm saying? Like, why your brain don't work like mine, And that's not to say everybody got to think like me. Like, I'm not Muslim, but back when I used to get locked up, I just gravitated to the Muslim. Again, not that I was going to be one of them brothers get locked up, convert, and do all that. Nah. But because we would just kick information. You know what I'm saying? And they knew I wasn't Muslim, but they still respected me as a man. And, you know what I'm saying? Or I admired their discipline or their knowledge of black people prior to slavery. They're the only group at that time that I knew had any information on black people prior to slavery, because they don't teach you none of that. They don't want you to know who you are, because if you know who you are, you'll take pride in it. If you take pride in yourself, you're not as easily bamboozled. You know what I'm saying? That's why when I first went to school, the first thing I learned about as far as black people was slavery. Nothing about how the Moors ruled Europe. Nothing about, all the inventions. You know what I'm saying? None of that. Nothing of black excellence or greatness. Because they don't want you to be excellent. They want you to be a good little slave. And I noticed something too, right? Now, I don't really necessarily fit into society, but they're hell-bent on keeping you on the plantation. You know what I'm saying? To extract your resources, your energy. You know what I'm saying? Just like, okay, I saw a clip of a German woman, I think, and she was talking about how American women can't compete, and like they're like the worst woman on earth, which is true. You know what I'm saying? But then I seen all these American women come with all these talking points that had nothing to do with what the woman was saying, because it was the truth. But typically, when you hit people with the truth, they start talking about other stuff to get you off the point of the main topic at hand, so that never gets addressed. But they are the word. Like, look at the divorce rates. Look at just how sexually promiscuous the average woman is. it's almost on a porn star level, even if like they're not like necessarily on the track or on the hose stroll. There's really no difference as far as body count wise. Like your average CNA is getting punished. But you see her, she might operate a certain way, But then you'll come like, God damn, shut up. Okay, everybody mess up or lose their way, but they just doubling down on the shit. You know what I'm saying? So it's no different than the plantation, whereas though, like, I'm trying to come up with an example here. I think one of the brothers, he was just a regular dude though. I think he's somewhat in like Hollywood or whatever. But because of maybe he's not like kind of streetish, or he doesn't kind of have that vibe with him. Like he was talking about how like black women weren't really attracted to him. But black women, even though he's financially secure, whatever. So then he messed around and got with a white girl, and then all the black women got mad. But he like, yo, y'all don't want me. But we don't want nobody want you either. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is wild, Joe. Like, I actually, I'm going, like, you know what, though? And this isn't my talk, boy, I got this from Minister Jack, but when he said it, it made a whole lot of sense. You remember that speech Malcolm X gave where he put the white man on trial like he's the greatest murderer on earth? You know what I'm saying? He's the greatest thief on earth. You know what I'm saying? He's the greatest supplanter of families on earth. Minister Jack did a video in which he did the Malcolm X thing. But he indicted the black woman as being the new white man. She's the greatest destroyer of family, which makes no sense. Women are designed to desire family. But somehow they've rewired them socially that they actually take pride in destroying families for whatever the reason or whatever justification they come up with. You know what I mean? And this is a fact. You don't believe me? Just go on YouTube or go on Facebook. You'll see it. You know what I'm saying? She's the greatest destroyer of lineage and legacy, and take pride in it. She will be the first person to call the man on you for whatever reason. You know what I'm saying? Outside of just whoredom, they're of no use. And working for the white man. And that, and that's a general statement. And typically, I'm of the belief, if you get offended by what I say, it's because I apply to you. Because it happens every day, B. You know what I'm saying? But again, with the flip game, they'll make you think all the niggas are dusty and all the niggas, you know what I'm saying? No, all the niggas you choose are dusty because you're trying to work them. And then here it is, I know this personally. If you can't bamboozle me, you get mad with me. And act like I did something to you. Yo, this is wild, Joe. It's amazing on earth, yo. Well, at least here in Babylon, that's why I want to get out and see some other stuff, yo. Embrace other cultures and learn, you know what I'm saying? Add that to my feng shui. You know what I'm saying? Because the hood cooked. Like, I used to play the bars and all that type of shit. And this was over 10 years ago. And I just started, like, sensing, even though I'm drinking and whatnot, I'm like, this ain't the same environment it used to be. Like, everybody just not going out to have a good time anymore. Everybody got to move. You know what I'm saying? Everybody trying to get over. Everybody got, you know what I'm saying? It's just like everything in society, me, it has a predatory nature to it. The dating scene, or whatever you want to call it. If you're a smart man of dating scene, she's going to try to work you. But then if you get over on her first, she get mad. But if she gets you first, she deems that as like her barometer of what this of her being some hellified type of woman. This is insane, bro. But man, I'm just gonna get up off of here, bro. It's like we're done. Black folk done. Now, mind you, we still live in some semblance of comfortability, leisure, functionality, whatever. When this shit go hot, motherfuckers can't function now. Motherfuckers are on, antidepressants now. Imagine what'll happen if the grocery stores shut down or, you know, distribution networks are halted. Imagine what happens. They come up with another cyber bug and you can't get your money out the bank for a couple of days. Just a couple of days. I ain't talking about no extended period. Man, motherfucker gonna lose their mind. And then what's in them gonna come out of them, and nobody's operating honorably here. Nobody's operating with any semblance of, personal accountability or self-respect, love for others, and just a genuine human sense. You know what I'm saying? Like, oh, you another human. You won't. I ain't gonna fuck you over. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to. Because that's not how I get down with the get down when I come around. Oh, bud. I would hate to live in like an urban city. Oh my, this shit is turning into Resident Evil. These motherfuckers are zombies, bro. Seriously. I can only imagine what the future holds. But with that one, I'm gonna sign off, cuz. Ooh, ah.